Alright guys, so this is another Patreon request, and this one comes from Nolan Onejo, hope I'm saying that last name right, who asked me to do a three-way crossover between Resident Evil, Dino Crisis, and Jurassic Park. So, yeah. As always, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request, just hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon, where you guys can start sending me requests for videos to do here on YouTube. But other than that, let's get started with this crossover idea. So, obviously with the Resident Evil 4 remake coming soon, Jurassic World being as big as it is, and, you know, all of us missing Dino Crisis, this seems pretty perfect. So let's get started with this story. So the story begins with Leon as Kennedy being assigned a mission directly from the White House. This would be right after Resident Evil 4, and essentially what it is that the White House has tasked Kennedy to go. They've tasked Leon to go to Isla Nublar after the. And this would be set sometime after the events of Jurassic Park. Like, this is way after the end of Jurassic Park. The part of, like, dinosaurs are running free on Nublar and Sorna. And this is... It's been a while. Like, it's just kind of uninhabitable. And they're like, hey, go down there. We're getting some reports that there's been activity on the island. There's been unknown activity on the island, and we don't know if it's human or not. We need you to go down there and also, like, scout what the island has become, because you have a history of encountering, you know, hostile life forms before, right? And he's like, yeah, totally, yay me, I'll go. So Leon is dropped onto Nublar, and he's not the only person who is dispatched there. Unknown to him, another agent from another organization had also been dispatched and is currently doing recon on the island because of suspicious activity going on at said island. And that, of course, is none other than Regina from Dino Crisis. So Regina's on one end of Nublar, Leon is on the other end of the island. So inevitably, you know, they're going to run into each other. So Leon, on his end, Leon's mission is to just do reconnaissance and find out if Umbrella, because it's believed that it might be Umbrella that is on the island doing tests and making a new T virus unopposed to the government and away from prying eyes. Because if you're going to make a new bioweapon, what better way to do it than test it on actual genetically modified monsters? Not to mention, you know, it's a secret island where no one would dare go to. So of course, you know, Umbrella would go there. So Leon Leon begins his investigation into finding out if Umbrella is here on the island, and of course he's like, I cannot believe I am bad. He's like, because he doesn't know. Not a lot of people know what goes on Nublar. All they know is that there was an incident with InGen. They had a theme park ready to go, but assets got out of containment. He's like, what was it, like a fucking zoo? And they're like, something like that. So the first thing he runs into are the herbivores, and he sees them and he's like, this isn't your typical zoo. Meanwhile, Regina, on her end, who's also, you know, on her own little adventure at the moment, immediately sees dinosaurs and sees Gallimimus and other herbivores, and she's like, son of a bitch, not again. She's literally has that thought of, not again, please, not again. I can't do it. Like, I literally can't take it again. So Regina and Leon, respectively, are kind of going through the motion and finding out, like, what was here, what was going on, and they do discover that, yes, it was Umbrella who has set up shop in the ruins of InGen. They essentially got past the Costa Rican government, snuck in, and managed to set up shop and are now testing new forms of the T-virus and other forms of bioweaponry on the wildlife here, meaning the dinosaurs. So yeah, it's going about as well as one can expect. So that's that's not fun. By this point, Regina and Leon run into each other, and I want to have like this fun moment where they draw guns on each other and they're like, "Hi. So you want to put the gun down?" "No." "Oh, me neither." So Leon eventually talks down Regina, and they discover that they're on the same mission to figure out what's going on the island. And they are testing bioweapons, and actually, not only are they testing, new forms of the virus on the dinosaurs, they're also, making new forms of past monsters, like lurkers and hunters, and dinosaur versions of them, and even prehistoric versions of lickers and whatnot, and even resurrecting dead dinosaurs as zombies. So it's like a Resident Evil game with zombie dinosaurs. Isn't that fun? Not only that, they're also Umbrella is also extrapolating DNA from the dinosaurs, from these mutated dinosaurs, and adding into their collection for more DNA and more data they can use and collect for future reference, like for future bioweapons. So they're immediately like, we gotta put a fucking stop to this shit, because this is like a fucking horror show. We cannot let them get away with this. So Regina and Leon set about trying to dismantle the entire base, because they've set up in the old visitor center. They've literally set up in the old visitor center and have reinvigorated it and rebuilt it as a base of operations. So Regina and Leon are like tag teaming their way through all these people, and even running into monstrous versions and more twisted versions of these dinosaurs. The other thing is too, they have to worry about the regular dinosaurs too. There's also, I wanted to have a moment where Leon runs into a holding facility where they're keeping some of the captured dinosaurs, and among them is the T-Rex. Among them is Rexy, who is locked up, and Leon has this moment of, they're living animals too, and I don't want to fight these things when they're really monsters. And Regina's like, I've been fighting dinosaurs way longer and way scarier than this, so fuck them, but Leon, however, is like, no, they're living things too, despite, they may be clone monsters, but they're living things too. They need to be given a chance if they need to survive. So he does let them. Leon does let them out, and of course, a rampage ensues, leading to Leon and Regina to get caught in the crossfire of seeing the dinosaurs just slaughter, with Rexy and all of the other dinosaurs slaughtering all of these members of Umbrella. And of course, Wesker was on the island. Wesker was on the island, but he already had left, because he already he saw when things went sideways immediately with the dinosaurs getting out. He's like, well, time to go. So he fucked off, but not before destroying the facility, bombing the facility, blowing up the facility from there to cover his tracks. So by the end of it, Leon and Regina do stop this new breed of monster and report back to their respective governments. So there you go, guys. That is the three-way Jurassic Park Resident Evil Dino Crisis crossover. I thought of cool hybrids, like a licker mixed with a Dilophosaurus, or a raptor mixed with a hunter, Tyrant mixed with a T-Rex, like a Tyrant lizard. Get it? Oh, I'm so funny. I'm so humorous, right? I'm so good with wordplay. Am I right? But you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this three-way crossover? Do you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. Once again, I'd like to thank Nola Nunejo for this Patreon request and continued patronage. Like I said before, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon, where you guys can hit the 4th tier and start sending me requests for videos to do here on YouTube. But other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the multiverse.